What's up, reefers? I want to educate you, if I can, on something not to do. Specifically, what's up, reefers? Today is going to be a sad video, actually. I am going to start a video series, which is a good thing, but this specific thing is sort of bad. Actually, it's really bad. I'm going to call this series Stupid Shit Reefers Do, and I am guilty of it, and here we go. Okay, so as I told you before, this is going to be called Stupid Shit Reefers Do. And I did something really stupid. I went on vacation for 2 weeks. We went down to the Caribbean, well, the Bahamas, and then we went to Disney World for a week. So we kind of split it off as a week and a week. During that time, before I left actually, I went and got an auto feed system from Neptune, which is a good system. It works well. Too well. Here's the thing. When I got back from vacation, I sat in front of my tank and just looked at all the hair algae. There was hair, I mean, within a 2-week period, there was hair algae all over the place. Now, anytime I ever had hair algae in the past, my fox face would eat that up right away. I mean, it would come and it would go right away, which is another stupid thing reefers do. Just because there's hair algae and just because there's something taken care of it doesn't mean you don't have to take care of the root of the problem, which I did not do. So, here's what happened. I had hair algae to start with because I had a little bit that the fox face was taken care of, maybe a little bit of the tang, but he doesn't really nip at that. And I added to it by adding more nutrients to my tank while I was on vacation. So what I did was I was feeding twice a day for 10 days straight. Normally not that bad of a deal. I know a lot of people that feed twice a day, not a huge deal. Highly concentrated food, like I bought actually the Apex food to go with the auto feed system. That is highly concentrated. Highly concentrated. And when you have too much going into your tank, you're gonna have algae. There's no way around it. My hair algae is way too much to take care of. I mean, it's too much. I can get in there and I can start digging around. I've raised my mag level. It's done. It's absolutely done. I cannot do anything else with it. So, unfortunately, this is Stupid Shit Reefers Do, but this is also the death of the 93 because I can't keep up with the hair algae. It's not fair to my fish. I need to do something in order to get those fish out of the tank and actually into an environment that isn't just overloaded, choked with hair algae. And I'll show you in a minute. I'll actually show you a clip of what's going on. I had big dreams that I wanted to keep that 93, and I may still do that, but I can't keep it in its current state. So the unfortunate thing is I have a ton of frags in there that most of them are being choked out. The frags that did live are thriving for whatever reason. And I need to get those frags out into a frag tank and in some way, shape, or form clean this tank up so that I can actually repurpose it for something. So what I did was I went and picked up a coral propagation kit from BRS. And to me, when I looked at it at the site, it kind of looked cheap. And, you know, if you guys have any experience with this, let me know. But it looked kind of cheap, but opening it, it really doesn't. And I'm kind of happy with that. The reason I had to go out and get this right away is because I need to get everything out of that tank. The tank needs to get completely drained. I need to clean it all out, and it needs to pretty much end its course. So basically, I'm going to show you this little kit. If you want to get it, it's relatively cheap on BRS. It wasn't too bad. But I'm going to show you this kit. I'm also going to show you my tank. Another piece of equipment that I got that I think is pretty cool. I am doing the plumbing. I think I'm going to do the plumbing this week. I bought a bunch of plumbing tools and whatnot, but I'm not a plumber and I don't know the first thing about being a plumber. So I bought 10-foot pieces of pipe because I knew I was going to screw everything up. So I'll video that. It'll be a fun vlog, and I'll probably be swearing and throwing things at that point. But at any rate, Stupid Things Reefers Do, episode 1. Here we go. Okay, here it is. This is the Stupid Thing Reefers Do. Anyways, as you can see it all moving about. It is awful. Absolutely awful. I mean, it completely encrusted half of my rock. And what frags did make it, like that mushroom right there that actually looks pretty good, and a couple other little frags that did pretty good, everything's just getting choked out. There's no point in even trying to clean this out and save it as if it were a reef tank like I had before, and that's fine. I mean, like I said, I have my 210 coming up, and I'm going to get that coming up really soon. But this, believe it or not, this is pretty much how I saw it when I got back from vacation. I have done tons of water changes. I've gone through an entire box of Fritz salt doing water changes. It's not the water changes. It might be trapped nutrients underneath the rock. I don't know. I still, and I said this before in one of my videos for my Reef Saver rock, I still think the Bucani leaks nutrients. I firmly believe that. I don't have any scientific data to back it up, but I firmly believe it. It's just me, I guess. Anyways, so this is the tank. What's left of it anyway. And I will come over here and show you the culprit. That right there is the auto feeder, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great, but it's just sad. It's really sad. I mean, I haven't had hair algae like this ever, and anytime I ever had hair algae like this, it was a brand new tank, and literally raising the mag level helped me significantly. So this is actually where I want to go. Here's why I say this is stupid. You know, a lot of people will say, okay, well, it's neglected the tank. Well, you know, to be honest with you, I spent a lot of time every single day just about working on this tank. It really is not neglected the tank. More so, I want to actually tell you guys to be very careful, very careful. If you're thinking about getting an auto feed system, make sure, or before that, use the auto feed system for a week before you go on vacation, or 2 weeks before you go on vacation, or whatever. Make sure that this thing isn't dumping too much into your tank, and that's my word of advice, because right now, obviously, as you can see, it's taking over everything, and the only thing I've changed about this tank at all has been the auto feed system. Now, as I said previously, I have had hair algae. I've had hair algae in this tank before. So there was obviously a root cause. There was something at the root that was causing this, but I added to it. Being a stupid reefer, I added to it without fixing the root cause. Do not do that. Fix the root cause of your algae issues. Make sure that whatever is causing those issues, you get out of your tank immediately. GFO is not going to do enough to take care of this. I can promise you, because I'm running a GFO reactor right now. I'm running a sump that's for a 300-gallon tank, and this is a 93. I have a protein skimmer that's taken off a lot of skim, and my RODI water is always TDS 0. So I know that portion of it is dead on. But this is, like I said, this is something to tell you guys that, you know, make sure that if... Anyways, just want to tell you guys to be very careful. Make sure that if you're going to get an auto feed system, make sure you test the auto feed system before you go on vacation so you don't end up with a mess. It's very stupid. It's very highly concentrated stuff. I still, to this day, would recommend, if you're going to feed your fish, I recommend doing it by hand, getting the cubes or getting the frozen mysis or whatever kind of shrimp you're going to get. get that instead. That's my opinion, but I personally will never go on vacation and use this again. I will always have someone here watching my tank. So that's about it. Really quick video. I have the propagation stuff for some of the frags that are actually living and not completely strangled by hair algae, unfortunately. I will be posting more about the 210 because I need to get that up kind of soon now that all this stuff is pretty much just looking like hell. But there it is. Stupid Shit Reefers Do, episode 1. Have fun reefing.